Alright guys, well I'm not alright because just listen here. This is again relating to the shirt crisis that we're gonna call it. Shirtgate, should we just call it that? Because apparently every major crisis apparently is a gate, so we will just call this Shirtgate. To get back to Shirtgate, I attempted to email Ubisoft's legal division today, but trying to find Ubisoft's email address is harder to solve than is harder to find than the Ark of the Covenant. It's harder to find than the Holy Grail. Like, you think Indiana Jones went through hell to find the Holy Grail in the third Indiana Jones movie? Or went through hell to get the Ark of the Covenant in the first movie? He went through just a light breeze compared to finding an email address for Ubisoft. I even had to type the question in to Google what is Ubisoft's email address. I physically had to type that question in, and different links came up like Yahoo Answers. I clicked on that, there was no answer, there was no sort of definitive answer. I went on Ubisoft's website, it just takes you in circles. It just takes you in circles. It doesn't actually give you an email address. And the other options are send them a fax. Well, this is a 1988. I'm not going to fax someone. I don't have a fax machine. And
you have taken the lead.
The other option is telephoning them. And apparently, according to the telephone service, or the telephone customer support service, or the telephone blah blah blah, whatever department or division of the company it's in, apparently it's just poor. The service is downright poor. In fact, I even had trouble with it once. When it came back to Revelations, I remember my dad had to make the call to Ubisoft, and it was just torture. He was on the phone for over an hour and a half. He was on the phone to them for over an hour and a half, just to try and explain the problem. That's how bad it is. So I just thought, I am not going down that route. And plus, I'd prefer to send it in an email, because then when they give me a response, I can actually have a print screen to send back to Spreadshirt as proof that they have contacted me and either approved or, disapproved the allowance of my channel art to even exist. So that's Ubisoft for you. They just make life harder. They started off good, but then they just make life harder and harder for you by sucking money out of you and allowing executioners to roof you from balconies on the worst map that came with this game. Just drives my head insane. I'm gonna get a migraine from it. And hopefully this shirt business can finally be put to rest, although I keep saying that, but apparently it just drags on for another day. A day after a day after a day. Anyway, moving on. And another topic that I've already talked about, but kind of bad news. I've done the live videos yet. I've got them recorded, I've got them done, I've checked them, they're all fine. I tried to upload it directly from the Elgato program itself, the AC4 live video. It was 20 minutes long. Apparently, Elgato can't really record a video that's over... can't even upload a video that's over 15 minutes long without the program just melting down and crashing. And the thing is, you're probably saying, oh, why don't you just cut the video size down? The whole thing is kind of there. You need the whole package for context, because you can understand, because you'll understand in the actual match, the full length match that I actually did get to record, why I was quite annoyed. I've already explained it, but there on the video, it's just there. You know what? In fact, bugger it. I'll cut the video size down, but even that is a problem because Elgato doesn't exactly have the most easiest video editing software. Okay, you think you can try and cut something down, or you can try and slice a video in half or whatever, then create a separate file for each? Nope. You can only cut a video at a point, but then you can only delete the video. You can't do anything else further. You can't, like, say, create a separate file. You can't do this, you can't do that. So a lot of things are gonna stress me out this weekend, or this Sunday night, and on Monday I then have to head into London at 12 o'clock and be out for pretty much the rest of the day. So even more stress. I swear, I'm gonna have to skin a cat just to calm me down after that experience. I'm joking. I wouldn't skin a cat, I'd skin a dog. It's common knowledge, you skin a dog. Cats are just harder to fight. Dogs would just lie down, just sit there with their mouths open with their tongue hanging out. Anyway, I'm joking, I don't approve of animal cruelty. That was just a poor tasteless joke I tried to make. And now we're gonna move on by Rufin the Nobleman. Yay! I love Rufin the Rich. Kinda like a Robin Hood in a Red Hood. Get it? I'm Red Hood, the modern day Robin Hood, and apparently I was still in hide mode even though she came running down the stairs. Ah, Mr. Preacher, you ain't gonna kill me, fool. Who do you think I am? What's going on really else in other news? Well, I'll share you this little nugget from my private life, or my outside of YouTube life, if we're gonna call it that. I finished my A-level exams, that's already in the clear. Now the school I go to has currently set up this whole thing called Road to Success Week, where I have to attend like university open days, university lectures, blah blah blah, just to sort of then go back to write on my personal statement to help me when I actually do apply for a university. Now, one of the choices you can do is read an undergraduate text, and there's one text that I want to read, but you know, I think it's undergraduate, so, and there wasn't really anything based around philosophy or religious studies. Like, there was one around religious studies, and apparently the barber, just on a side note, can stop the animus. Anyway, back on the topic, I don't really like the prospect of reading an undergraduate text, because it's just like, some people have even said that I have a higher thinking level. Like, some people say I'm thinking at the level of an adult, or even at a university student, and I'm only around, in fact I'll tell you this little cheeky secret, I'm only 17, but yet people are saying I'm thinking at a higher, more advanced level. So suck on that, as I give you all a metaphorical middle finger. I'm joking of course. But there is one book I've really been wanting to read. This one book by this religious scholar. It was released last year. It's been getting flack and criticism, as well as support. It's this book called Zealot, The Life and Times of Jesus of Nazareth, and to be honest, I don't believe Jesus, the man himself, was divine, but the individual himself is just, to me, an interesting figure that I just want to study him. Like, think about this. This is how I've heard it, and to be honest, I can understand. This man was a poor Jewish man from the backwoods of Galilee, which would have basically been a slum in the time he lived. He went up, challenged the Roman Empire, and was killed for it. So I really wanted to read that book. It's like trying to place Jesus in the history and time he lived in. And hopefully I could put down like my personal statement saying, you know, I read an undergraduate text but I also read this, blah blah blah, making my statement look extra good, saying that I've gone outside the prescribed boundaries to do my own reading, and hopefully that will work out for the best. I don't know why I shared that, I just wanted to share that. So there we go. And it's come to the end of the match and the officer tries to kill me. Well, I'm gonna sit your ass down. As for the executioner, I'm gonna sit your ass down. You ain't gonna come at me. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anyway, we're gonna finish the match on a rooftop trying to kill my target, but then he luckily escapes my grasp. That's the end of the video, end of the match. And hopefully I will get Ubisoft's email and I'll send them 2 emails. One about my design and the other just complaining about the sheer difficulty is to find them. Anyway, that's the end of the video, end of the match. I'll see you guys later. I'm out.